All right, so we learned about containers. Let's go just learn a little bit more about displays. If I select all of these and I turn off the display, they're all invisible to me. So I can do like this and I can work. Um, you don't have to do this, but this is just a little thing just to know. So I could select all these and I could press the letter C. I can select two of these and I can say, you know what, this is garbage. So I'm gonna make it you know, red or something like, I don't want to touch this. But this one I could say, oh, it's purple, so it's cool. So you can do stuff like this and organize, or you can put a little folder over it and say trash, or there's still a lot of ways to organize these things. But I'll just put this right here, and you know what? I'll just delete it. Let's start off. Let's do something else. Also, something else. I'm gonna try this time. If I go to this layout, is that it? What I want to do is I want to get
Wait, Professor, how do you trash something? Like, what was the buzzer? I missed that.
oh, all you gotta do is really, if you have something here, like
Like a
let's
container.
if I have a container right here, if I want
Okay.
to trash it, I can just select it and delete it.
Oh,
So you could do that, but if you don't want to see it, you want to hide it, you could just take off the display.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something I was trying to find where it was like a grid. Just give me 1 second. I might be able
Oh,
to find it.
oh,
Oh no, go
just
on.
press. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, I backspace is another thing. You had to like press delete. Okay, that's it.
Hmm.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Layouts. I have to look how to do that. There's a way to get like these little grid lines that I completely forgot how to do. But anyway, let's go and let's make this snowman now, right? So I'm gonna right click, type in geometry, right? And let's go inside, right? So there's nothing here, of course. Right click, sphere. We have our sphere. Now, if I want to zoom in on this, I press spacebar F, and I think spacebar H gives me like everything if I had a whole bunch of stuff. But spacebar F will have me zooming in. Um, I want this to rest on the ground, so I'll pull this up right here. And cool, we have the sphere. Now, as a snowman is, we have to make three of these. So I want to copy this. Two ways to do that, right? I can do Control C, Control V. Now I have two spheres. The other sphere is there. Remember, we just have to template it. But so I can do it like that, or I can do this. I can select it and I can press. This is the way I like doing it. Holding down the Alt key and left mouse, and then just dragging, and then you have another sphere. So I'll put on the template for this one, and this one's highlighted. So let's just drag it up. Wait, how come I can't see? Okay, I'm bugging. Yeah, that's what it is. And if you have some issue like this, we can just merge right away. Select them, put them here, and then select this. So now we could just like work on this while we can see it all. So this one right here, should be a little bit smaller. So what I'll do is I'll just take down this radius a bit, and then I'll push it in here. Ooh, look at that. I did that real neat. I'm just like put it on the edges. You don't have to do that. I'm just a little stupid touch, I guess. Silly touch. Now I have this right here. Now let's make another one. Control click. I have another sphere. Let's add it over here. Great. Now let's take this, pull it up, and let's scale this down some more. And remember, if I want to be like fine, like super like fine increments, I could just go to the bottom one because the numbers are smaller. So therefore the scaling is smoother. Okay, great. Now look at this. We have this right here, which is our body of our snowman. Pretty cool. Now check this out. What if I want to make a nose now? So this is what I can do. I can right click and say, is there cone? There's no cone. So it must be tube, right? So I have a tube here now. I'll move this out. I'll pull this up. Ooh, pull this up. Now, if I want this to be a nose, it has to be one of the sides has to be tapered in. So let's go to this radius area right here and then just scale down. Cool. Now it's tapered. Now I want it to be 90 degrees. So I should turn it like this. Ooh, not like that. I should grab one of these bands, turn it. I see which way the numbers are turned. Wait, am I bugging? Oh, okay. It was working right. I'll just go in here, type in 90. Now we have this. Now we have our radius here and our center. If we try to uniform scale with a radius, it won't work. It won't make any sense, right? So what we can do is this. We can go to this radius scale, whew, and let's just scale this down. I mean, not radius scale. It should be. Oh, interesting. I should have made this the right size in the beginning because there is no uniform scale for this, right? Now check this out. Because there is no uniform scale, what we can do is right click, transform. So we can right click, go to transform. And what happened is this made a pivot that's down there, right? Now, there's two ways to handle this, right? We can take our transform and we can go to pivot transform and we can move our pivot like this. So like in Maya, sort of how we move our pivot, but we can't move it with our arrow. We have to like move it with these translation tools. And so we could take this and kind of like move it over here and then kind of move it up. And then we could say, hey, this is now our thing. So we can do that, or we can click on this move to centroid, and I'll do this sometimes, and it'll just move this thing to the center, and then I can manipulate it this way. So let me go over here, I'll click on this, I'll click on this transform, we'll highlight it. And so now if I want to uniform scale this, I just click on the transform and go to the uniform scale. We'll drag this, pull it up. Cool, it's there, right? Now check this out. This right here is the body of the snowman, and this right here is the nose. So if I want to be organized, I can right click, type in null. It gives me this thing, and this thing doesn't do anything. If I type in O, if you ever see this screen right here, you just have to press O, and it goes away. So what I can do is go like this, connect this, and I can just double click here and type in body. So this now means, hey, this is the body. And what I can do is I can make this one right here the nose, right? So I can right click and type in null, or I can copy this one, holding down Alt and left click and just drag it over. Puts a one on the end. So I have, let's see what we have. Your body, and then we have nose, right? So one thing I can do is I can right click and type in merge, and merge the body with the nose. And now I have everything. Now, the beautiful thing about this is this, right? Unlike those other programs, you can't go back and edit stuff. So this right here, I can go back in here and individually edit this, and it doesn't break the chain. You know what I'm saying? So I can go in and mess with this, or I can go in this tube area. Well, I might as well go in this area here. And see, this is the original nose. That's why I'm messing with it right here. And I can like go in and alter it if I need to. Let me have this. Cool. So now let's make an arm, right? So I'll right click and type in box. We have our box. And let's do this. And remember, this is Houdini, so we can scale stuff down, make it larger. So what I'll do is I'll just make this box right here. So this is gonna be part of my arm. Now I'm gonna get a what's another shape? Create. Uh, yeah, let's just get another sphere, right? So take the sphere, and remember, I'll template my box. So I have my sphere over here. Make it a little bit wider. That's cool right there. I'll double click. Now see, we have these right here. So everything is kind of off. We're not seeing everything. So what we can do is we can just select everything and then template. So I'm templating everything at the same time. And so you end up kind of like modeling in a wireframe mode type of deal. Hey, it is what it is. So take this right here. I'll put this over here. And this is going to be my one finger. And then since these are my fingers, I'll just control click to duplicate this one. Move it over here. And I'll do it again. Click it. Cool. We have three things now, right? So we have our palm, we have our three fingers, and our arm. So we have all these things right here. So what we can do is we can type in merge. And check this out. If I select all these objects at one time, right? And then I select the first one, now they all hook into this merge. And now I have an arm. So I have this right here. We have this. So I templated that. Now let's scale this down and move it. So transform. Now check it out. That pivot, you see where this pivot is, right? It's over there. Now, one thing I can do is I can move it to centroid to origin where it puts the pivot in the middle. Or what I can do is click here to pivot transform, raise up the pivot right here, you see? And then I'll like move it back a little bit. And I'll move it over here a little bit. Cool. So now it's right there. Now also what I'll do is I'll scale this down. Scale a little bit more. And remember, I can scale like this, or I can go in and scale like this. 12 looks to be good. So I can put it right here. Now check this out. Let's say I want to label it now because this is my arm. So I'll just copy this, or I can make another null. Sometimes I just do that because I'm being lazy, and I type in arm L, right? Because it's the left arm. And what I can do is I can copy this, control click everything. I mean, alt, I'm sorry, alt left click, arm. And then what I could do is if I wanted to stay organized, I can do merge. Well, nah, let's not even do a merge. Let's just connect it to here. So I'll select both of these at the same time. Select one. Oh, you know why that happened? Because this one, this is this arm right here. And this is the same arm. But I just didn't translate it. So check this out. If this right here is at negatives, you know what? We'll do this. 62. Well, let's just do 0.6. So let's say this arm's at 0.6 and this is at negative 1.2. So this is where the arm is, 0.6, negative 1.2. Oh, and check this out, right? Since I just changed this right here, it kind of like moved it from where it's supposed to be. So what I can do is I can take this right here, delete it. Here's the power Houdini. And then I can control click or control C, control V. So now it's back at the same again. And so all I got to do for this one is put a negative right there. And then do take off this negative. So basically the opposite of what the other one was. That should have worked. -6. Wait, 6. It should have gone to air. Why is it in air? All right, I have no idea why it went there. Anyway, so let's just take this down and let's just do it like we usually do and just rotate it. So now we have two arms, and then if I want to style them up, I can just take this, kind of like move it like this. So we have that. Then we have this one over here. Just take it, move it, and we have this. Cool. Now go right here and I press remember W is for wireframe. But now we have our snowman. Now let's say if we want to jazz him up, give him a hat. Right click, tube. Drag it up. I'll bring this part down. Let's look at it, right? So the tube needs some caps on it. Then I'll just control click, duplicate the tube, drag this one up. And now this one, make it a little wider. I'll take down this radius scale. Tip and merge over here. Let me put this one in here a little bit more. No. Hat. Oh, let's name it top hat. So we got ourselves a top hat. We click on this now. Now, if I go over here, it's gonna like kind of like put the wire over there. So if you want to, you can be like, I guess, more organized and place it over here. It's all on you how you want to organize this stuff. So yeah, we have our hat right there, but remember, it needs a transform because it's all in the wrong place. So transform. And with transform, the pivot can be down there. You can center the pivot off the break to help yourself out or whatever. And we can just scale this down, place it on his head, and give him some style. Yeah. So you can do this right here. You can do null. And peep this. You can do out. Out. I mean, yeah. That's something you're gonna get used to. Writing out. So this snowman is one snowman right here. But peep this, right? If I go right and I do a transform and I take this, hook it up to this. Now I move right here, turn them around. Copy this one. So now we got two snowmen, right? But the only thing is we have a display flag. So one of them has to show. Only one thing can show. But if the one thing is merged, and we select both of these, and I'll just make another null, and I'll just name this out. We can go out snowman, right? So now right here, this says geo, but it's really let's name it Snowman Group, right? So now we have these snowmen in here. And so let's say I want to make a table or something. What I could do is I right click, type in geo.
Wait, does out, when you put out in front of it, does that just mean that like that's like finished or something? Or like what's the like importance of putting out before the like you type it?
Well, there's a way to look up stuff. And when you put up out in something, it's mainly for this, right? So right now this is out snowman. And I don't know why it's like this, but it is. Right here, if I go here and I type in object merge, OBJM. So this right here will take, so right now we're in this table, but what we can do is we can put in a node in this right here, which will go into this other node and bring this stuff into here. So let me show you what I mean. If I click right here and I go to Snowman Group and click on this, it says out. I thought I had one that said out seen, didn't I? I was almost sure I did. Oh, out snowman, right? So it's just easier to find when everything says out. So when you need to search for this. So right now I just did out snowman. Now let me turn off the display flag. So now this stuff is, so basically this out snowman is being called into this area right here. See how this is table, but now it has snowman in it. And then this one is snowman. So what it does is it brings in this, but it brings it in as a copy. Even though it's the same thing, it's a copy. Because if I go right here and I type in transform, and let's say I uniform scale, I don't know, 1.5 or something, right? And then I move it over here. And so I have this selected. Oh. So basically, this right here is the same. This is our original geometry. I did an object merge, brought it into this, and then I just scaled it up basically and made it bigger. But the thing is, this is still this geometry. It's just like copied and modified. So if I went in here right now and I was to, I don't know, take this hat and make it bigger, it'll update on this one too. I don't know if that's confusing or that made total sense. I have no idea.
It made sense, but it was a little confusing. But I, I think I understand. I understand the out part, but then when you were doing when you
Brought it into
like
this
you
one.
copied the, yeah, into the table one, like I don't, that's where it got confusing, I guess, for me.
Okay. Well, don't worry about that because we're not gonna really need to use that just yet. I guess I was just showing you that's why I put the out there. So it was a long explanation for something short. But I guess if you don't want to put out, you can put something else. I just got used to putting out because I saw other Houdini artists putting out. So let me delete this right here and just make a table. So I'll just make a cube, I mean box. Scale this up. We'll space them out a little bit later so the table doesn't look so cramped. That shouldn't be hard to do. So I'll just take this right here and I'll control click, duplicate it. Ooh. And move this right here. I'm sorry. Just saw something crazy. Now we right click and do merge. And remember, you could select them both, drag them in. Now we have this. Beautiful. So here's my leg on this table. Now I'll just copy it. So remember, this is our main table. Here's our legs. So I'll just copy this. And move this right here. Now peep this, right? So this is right here and this is right here. Now control click. So we have these now. And we just move. I guess I can't move them both at the same time. I thought I could. Seems like something you should be able to do. So if I select both of these. Oh no, it's center. Okay, so since I can't do that like I thought, I'll just select this one, move it over here. And I'll select this one and move it over here. And now we have this. And then I can do a transform. And I won't even do the move to center. I'll just like place it like right here. Now let's say the other snowmen, we need to space them out some more. So we'll just go over here to Snowman Group. Grab the so there's the control for that snowman. You know what? We need one over here. So we'll just put a transform over here. So now we can move these snowmen where they need to be. Let me turn off this template. Sorry. So this is there, but look. So we have our table that we made in another thing, and then we have our snowmen. So I can take my snowmen now and this one and kind of move them where they need to go. So there, that one's there. This one is over here. Now the cool thing is, check this out. If I want to make another one, I just take these two nodes right here, select these right here. So I just selected these two, copied them, made another one. Now this one right here, I have a third one. Because I made everything, all I need to do is copy it and hook it into the merge. And then let's say this one's like the king of everybody. We can just go in here and just put it on a 1.3. So he's just like bigger. Just telling them everyone what to do. So yeah, we can do this. The only thing is because they're all copied, they're all going to move the same way, right? Or they're all going to have the same kind of thing. So for this arm, let's say, if you want to, this arm, whatever it does, it's gonna update among all of them. So just throwing that out there. Yeah, you can make different snowmen, you could add something, but basically it's uh yeah, just hooking up these nodes and making the shapes. And if you keep yourself organized sort of like this, it helps a lot. And also labeling things too. Just like in Maya, how I say, hey, go in the outliner, name these things, don't leave them. Same deal. So it can be just like this. And basically, yeah, just make a well, let me stop.